Hello, welcome back to Solo-Ensemble.com. My name is Douglas Abernathy. I'm the owner and developer of Solo-Ensemble.com. In this series of brief videos, we're showing people the different elements of our software and how they might use it in their operation of a judged music event. This video will walk through the interface for the contest staff. We won't go into great detail on each item, but we'll show you briefly the items that you have access to if you are a member of the staff for a Solo-Ensemble.com hosted contest. We start as always on the contest start page, and if you already have an account, which you should for this video, then you would click the Go button, and we're going to log in here. As you recall, your member dashboard shows you all of the contests to which you have access, and I'm going to enter the Wilsonville Middle School Solo and Ensemble Contest as a member of the contest staff. So that button there shows that I have access to that contest in that role. The contest staff page has an awful lot of options, so they're broken up into three areas, and these can be rolled up like this, which is useful when you're viewing it on a smaller device, in which case they'll stack top to bottom. But I'm going to open them back up again. So the left-hand panel is meant for setting things up before a contest event, sometimes even before you open the website to other people. The middle area, schools and personnel, are where you keep track of essentially all the people and schools that have joined your contest, and you can see perhaps if there are some missing that you need to include. On the right-hand panel, the During Contest panel, those are options that you're going to be using actually during a contest event. But you can also look at things like the registered solos and things in advance of the event. Office staff actually have two levels of seniority, if you will, and at the highest level you have access to this advanced contest functions link down below. You can also set up a staff member to have fewer privileges, in which case they will not see the advanced contest functions. So to keep the video brief, I'm just going to quickly zoom through each of these screens. We'll go through the details of any of the items in subsequent videos. So back over on PreContest, I'll go ahead and close these out. We have basic contest settings, important contest dates, how to set up your invoices, set images for your banner and your logo, such as the blue devil face we have up here. Select instrument and voice types, the comment and placement rubrics, colors, and then contest scheduling. The contest scheduling is a much broader topic that will earn its own video. So real briefly, notice the icons there. They're for your visual help. You got the wrench and the calendar and the $sign, and I'll show you a shortcut how you get back and forth between these items. So let's go into basic contest settings, and I'll zoom out a little bit, and you can see that you have things like the name of your event and the contest website, which is actually generated by my software once you signed up for and set up a contest. For account owners, they can see when their subscription is good through. Over here is the director of the contest. This is normally going to be the person in charge of running the event. Their contact info, email, and phone number. Lower left is the host of the contest. That is who actually promotes and puts on the contest. It doesn't necessarily mean the place where the contest will be held. That's over here, contest site, name and website of the contest site. That is to say, the website of the organization. The website of the contest site is back up here under contest website. Hope that's clear. So if I had any changes to make, I would click Submit Changes, but I don't. So we'll move on. Now here's the shortcut I was telling you about. Instead of having to go back to the main menu and then select those other items, you can jump right to it with these important contest dates, etc., invoice, images. So we'll jump through each one of those very briefly. Contest dates, these are all calendar pop-up items. So if you click on it, it will give you a little calendar to choose the dates. Website active. When is the website open for schools and judges to log in? For contest staff, these dates do not apply. You can always log in. The contest date or dates themselves are in the middle box here. And I have a from and a to because some contests actually extend over multiple days. This is the third one, school data entry window. This is the time frame in which schools are allowed to input and update their entries. And finally, online access to results. How long do I keep the data on the website before I can archive it? The next one is invoices. This is all the elements you would need to set up a custom invoice, and I'll show you a custom invoice in another video. But essentially the name, who it's payable to, the cost you want to charge for these different students or schools or ensemble groups to appear, and then the address to whom you want the invoice made out to. Okay, again, submit changes if you have any updates. Images, we have the image, the banner that goes on top of the informational page for your contest, and then the smaller logo, which in this case is my infamous blue devil face here, that would be on all of the pages of the contest. This is scoring and difficulty levels. You can select how many difficulty levels you want to be available for the selections. The typical ones are hard, medium, easy, beginner. If you have others, let me know. And then this grid here shows for each of the type of scores that you're choosing for your contest. I want to have the NA, which means no valid score, and that's a legitimate method for scoring. This particular contest uses 1, 2, 3, and something called 1+. It does not use the other ones. Those are for different contests, might use those. And the check marks simply indicate whether or not a solo is going to use that scoring and whether or not it's worth a medal. So for example, I'll pick the second row. The score of 1 is applicable to solos, and they do get a medal for it. It's applicable to ensembles, and they do get a medal for it, etc. So this takes a little learning, but you can see this is how you set up the scoring for your contest. Let's look over here at the instrument and voice types. These are drop-down lists, and you can see it's have a quite extensive list of instruments. If you have some that aren't on the list, I can add them. And the check marks indicate which ones are actually being used by your contest. So this particular contest is not a choral, so none of the choral items are selected. I have many contests for which it's only a choral contest, in which case all the music instruments are left unchecked. Over here are ensemble types, and in case there's an ensemble, what type of ensemble are they? And the current available choices are shown here. Again, for this contest, woodwind, brass, string, and percussion are the 4 available types. Comments and rubrics. Right now we have, for this contest, we have selected tone, technique, and musicianship, and the description would be shown to the judge. And then does solo have comments? In this case, no, a solo does not, but an ensemble does. For solo, they want to have tone, technique, and musicianship selected. And then will they be printed? Will the words be printed on their scores? Yes. Placement audition rubrics are selected here. This is for placement audition if you want to have some of these specific items judged for evaluating students for entering a particular band, for example. Again, submit changes if you want to. Colors, pretty self-explanatory. You can set up the coloration for your website. If you click on the word there, you get a little color map thing that you can select different hues and colors and tones, or you can type in a word, and if it recognizes it, common words like light blue, black, etc. So dark green, fuchsia, and blue are the other choices over here on this color thing. Finally, contest scheduling. This is worth its own separate video that allows you to set up rooms, resources, and video channels and then apply them to blocks of time. We'll get to that in a separate video. So back to our main menu. We'll jump over to schools and personnel, and these are lists. You can see which schools and how many have signed up, how many solos and ensembles are for each one of these. You can remove a school from the contest here. We can go over to the list of judges. That shows the number of the people that you have currently signed up as judges. Accompanists, same thing, got a list of accompanists. And finally, your own office staff members. Okay, back to main menu. And now we'll look at during contest. This shows you the registered solos, registered ensembles, registered placement, audition entries. And then these contest results will be shown on a separate screen. You could then show, for example, projected in a gymnasium or in a cafeteria to show the current scores as they go by. Up at the top, you can see a summary of how many medals and ribbons are being awarded, and then how many students have been judged and how many are left to be judged. So it's a pretty fast run through of the Office Staff main menu. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in another video.